So I've been working on a very exciting project over the last year, and I am so excited to finally be able to share it with you all. I've been show jumping for many years up to top level. I've dabbled in and out of the sport. I was very successful on the Pony Grand Prix circuit. I competed with great success to young rider and Grand Prix level, and also competed up to World Cup level. In the last few years, however, my focus has shifted a lot from wanting to compete and be really successful at the top of the sport to wanting to go back and fix my foundations, because I learned a few years ago, or I became aware a few years ago, that my training had a lot of holes in it, and that if I didn't go back and fix those holes, then I was going to either be no better in 20 or 30 years, or I was going to regress. And so I have gone back to learn everything I can about how horses process trauma, how they learn, how they communicate with us, how we communicate with them. I've gone back to understanding body control and lateral movements and really important fundamentals that I just totally wasn't aware of several years ago, and to be honest, wasn't that interested in because I didn't see the benefits of it. Through countless hours of study, learning and experimentation, I have developed a horsemanship technique largely built off my work with human trauma, and it has made so much difference to my training. And so over the last 12 months, I decided to film me working with over a dozen horses as I helped them to achieve certain milestones in their training journeys. From first touches with foals, starting horses under saddle, truck loading and retraining the oldies, I have developed a training series that reflects my philosophies around horsemanship and how to promote really healthy and happy relationships between horse and handler. And I have several more horses I'm going to be working with in the next few months. I also share many highs and lows throughout my training series, because a lot of the time it does not go to plan. And many times as a trainer you have to experiment a little bit, because every horse is different and what works with one horse doesn't necessarily work for another. And because of this, I showcase my mistakes throughout my training series, and I talk you guys through what I should have done in order to give my horse a better experience. But I didn't want to hide away these mistakes, because I think that in the equine industry, we're really good at showing all the highlights, but a lot of the time we don't get to see the realities behind the scenes. And I want to be really raw and honest and show you guys what training horses looks like. Sometimes it's very magical, but a lot of the time it is very frustrating and disappointing, and you second guess yourself a lot, and the horses like to humble you. But it is a really amazing thing where you can work with an animal who weighs 500 kilos upwards and help them to regulate their own emotions and teach them new skills and help them find enjoyment in the work that they do, and help them to find soundness in their bodies if they're struggling a little bit with a physical ailment. I also think it's really beneficial because growing up I did a lot of pony club, and that was a lot of my foundational work, and I loved Pony Club, and I think Pony Club is amazing for creating a community, creating an amazing group of like-minded people, and for teaching you some really good skills. But I found that what was really missing in my training and in my experience was horsemanship. And a lot of the time I don't think people take it seriously enough, but if we want to have a good relationship with our horse, horsemanship is very, very important. So many top trainers and competitors say time and time again that the sport is heading in a direction where we have a lot of riders, but we don't have a lot of horsemen and a lot of horsewomen. And I want to change that. I think there are so many talented riders out there on the circuit, so many talented riders out there doing pleasure riding and trekking who have incredible passion for the equine industry, and that with a little bit of horsemanship could really impact the sport in a really positive way. And so because of that, I'm so excited to be sharing my series with you very soon. It is coming live in just 1 week.